everyone, and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten, and today is going to be a Flosstube update. It is going to be Flosstube update number 53, I think. Don't know why I didn't grab this beforehand. Number 53. So, it's gonna be a little shorter, I think. I only have three projects to really show you, or four, I guess, and I have one FFO to show you, which isn't really that impressive. It's just that I finally put this in a frame. This one I stitched to be me and my husband. It's from Etsy. I don't remember the shop. But I'll put it in the description box. But I finished this last year, so. Okay, so there's my FFO. I also have a finish. For anyone who's new, FFO is fully finished object, and it's when you frame, finish something in a hoop, all that. So this is just a regular finish. I finished it last night, actually. Okay. Finished it last night, and this is Stitcher's House by Stone Street Stitchworks. I got it off of Etsy, and I used the called for DMC, and I stitched it on 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha, which I think is a really pretty neutral. I really like this one, and whites show up really well on this one. So if you're looking for a good neutral that is not too dark but also shows whites, this one is a good one. So there's that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably end up putting it right there or something. I started putting some stuff up around my half of the office space, and so I have this that says craft room I got from Michael's. This my setter from my college volleyball team got me that for my birthday one year. It says maybe swearing will help. I can grab it. Maybe swearing will help. And then just a letterboard that has my channel name on it. And my Stitching Book Club logo. There's not anything on the back. It just is what it is. I've only read one of the books, half of one of the books, and I haven't even finished that pattern yet, but it's okay. And then my needle minders, and all of these ones I actually made last week. made them on bottle caps, and this one I used UV resin for and seed beads, and then this one I used what is that called? E6000 E6000 glue. I have a 1-inch hole punch, and I punched some scrapbook paper, and then I put a resin like sticker top on top of it. So that's what all that is behind me. I guess we will we'll have a little bit more to talk about than I thought. So there's my finish. I will probably put it like right here, just to kind of keep the pattern of rectangle things versus circular things, and I'll probably finish it on a rectangle of some sorts. I have a this board right here. This is magnetic. I got it from Walmart a couple years ago, I think. So I could just like put a magnet on that and then just put it on there, and then if I ever want to switch it out, I could. But yeah. Anyway, on to the next. I have some works in progress. I'll show you what I stopped working on. Like a while ago. Middle of May. So this is Canada Sampler. It is in my Q-snap because I did work on it a little bit, and then honestly, if this isn't in the Q-snap, then I won't work on it. So, I don't remember where it was. I have no idea what's been going on. I posted an update picture on Instagram. I did the A. I worked on this right here, which is going to end up turning into a hockey stick. I finished the wheat. I finished the cow. And then I started working on the totem. The totem is like the official halfway marker, I guess, because it is the stem of the maple leaf that all of the motifs make. And then I started working on the Canadian Parliament building, and that's where we're at. It was a lot of browns, and so I ended up needing to put it away. That's partially why I also started filling in the totem, was to not have as many browns, but then it kind of felt like too many color changes. I'm weird when it comes to filling. But yeah, the Parliament building was just like too much brown, so I had to put it away after a minute. Maybe this will get finished this year. I don't know. I'm gonna have a newborn in about a month, so we'll see how that goes. I'm honestly thinking that I probably just won't get any stitching for at least a year. Yeah, that's probably my thought. But we'll see. I could surprise myself. She could surprise me. I don't know. Okay. My next project is Augusta National. Oh, sorry. This is Canada Sampler by Stitchrovia. I got it off of Etsy. I'm stitching it on 16 count white Aida with the called for DMC, except for one color. I didn't have the color, and so I just went with something that was similar. Let's see, actually, I can tell you which one is. I didn't have 3853, so I used 3852. And it's an orangey color, I think. Because it was in the maple tree. Alright, this one is Augusta National. It is by Awesome Pattern Studio. They have a website. I bought this off of Etsy. And this I started for my husband. Ignore the dirt. It will get washed eventually. It is a full coverage piece, and I am now at 21.8% complete. And when I started working on this in May, I was nowhere near that. Like, I had some of this green done, I had this orangey yellow done, and that was about it. And then, so I started this around the time of the Masters tournament last year, so in April. And then this year I pulled it out for my husband's birthday. His birthday is beginning of May. And then basically for the rest of May, so like for 2 weeks, I just worked on this. And this is the very edge of the pattern, and then this right here is the flag stick for the hole that this is I don't know the word that I'm trying to look for. I don't know. But this is the flag stick. I told myself not to do the flag yet, so. But all of the greens started meshing together, and so I needed a little bit of a break. And I was also getting the itch to start something new because May was mostly monogamous stitching for me. Beginning of May, I stitched 2 projects until I finished them. That was How Much I Love You and Forget Me Not, which I showed in my last video. And then I worked on Canada Sampler, and I worked on that until we went out of town for about a week, and that just felt like it was too big to bring with me, so I brought this one, which is kind of funny because normally you don't bring a full coverage piece when you travel. But because of all of the blocks of color, this full coverage piece is actually pretty easy to take on the road, and pretty easy to work on in small spaces. So I did that, and then after I pulled that out, like I said, I worked on it basically for the rest of May, and so I was kind of starting to feel the need to switch things up, especially with all of the greens that are in this pattern. So then I pulled out Stitcher's House. And Stitcher's House, when I pulled it out, I only had like part of the, I had like down to the roof done basically. And I didn't have these flowers done, but I had like that done basically, I want to say. And so I did all of that from May, like from Memorial Day maybe. Yeah, Memorial Day to last night, so June 3rd, so just a few days, and got it done. So And then after I finished that last night, I got the itch to continue working on some Stone Street Stitchworks patterns. I started 3 of them last year, Stitcher's House being one, 'Twas a Fair Night being one, and then Fervent Fall. And they're all, I want to say, about this size. So they're all doable. And I was thinking, hey, wouldn't it be kind of nice to get the WIP count down a little bit before baby comes? Maybe. We'll see. Or just get some good progress in. So what I did last night was I pulled out 'Twas a Fair Night, and I didn't take it off the hoop before starting to film, so I'm gonna show you the cover photo. Here it is. Oh. Okay. There it is. That house is gonna take a minute. That's okay. I also have decided that I like this fabric for this project. I don't think I'll ever stitch anything on this fabric ever again. So here's where I'm at. I finished the snowflake at the top, and then I, while I was thinking about it last night and while I could count, I came down to start the roof so that I can kind of do some spacing. This is one of the needle minders I made. Again, it's just a bottle cap, E6000 glue with a piece of scrapbook paper punched out with a 1-inch punch, and then a resin sticker. And this fabric is 18 count opalescent raw linen Aida, and it's just a little hard to see for me, but overall I think it's beautiful. And it's gonna look really good, but I don't think I'll stitch anything on this after this piece is done. Luckily it's just a 10 by 18 piece, so pretty sure this project will take up most of it anyway, so. But that's probably what I'm going to be working on for the next little bit, because there are color changes, but it's mostly fill-in, and it'll be easy to do. For example, hockey finals are right now, and NBA finals are right now. Is today a hockey game or is it Tuesday? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. But hockey finals. One, hockey just makes me think of winter. And 2, it's a lot easier to do fill-in than have to worry about a pattern when trying to watch all the fights, which if you watch hockey, that game started out I was surprised at how the game started out. It is the Vegas Golden Knights versus Florida Panthers for the final. Okay, so I am using one called for color, and that is DMC 310. And then I decided that I wanted to spruce this piece up a little bit, so I am using Roxy Floss Legendary, which is just this white. And then I am using Roxy Floss Encore. And I have 2 floss cards for this because I think I got one in an order, and then one I got in one of their like 25 gram like grab bags, I guess, surprise bags. So I'm obviously going to use the smaller one first, and then I'll use the bigger one. But it's such a pretty red. So Stone Street Stitchworks patterns, or most like this one and Fervent Fall, they are really easy to convert colors for. And because I started getting like a huge stash from Forbidden Fiber Co. and Roxy Floss, from my Floss of the Month clubs, I was like, I need to start like subbing things in. So that I can actually use some of this pretty floss. So yeah, that's what I'm working on for the next little bit. I will probably pull out something else if I get tired of it. We'll see. The other thing that I was going to mention is a WIP parade. Usually I do my WIP parade around my Flosstube anniversary, which is around Labor Day for the US, which is beginning of September, end of August. However, I will have a 1-month-old at that point. And so I was thinking that I would do a mid-year WIP parade before she comes. So sometime this month. If that's something that's of interest, let me know. I know most people watch WIP parades at the end of the year. However, I don't know how much stitching I'm gonna get done, and I've gotten for 2023. Oh, where's my? Okay. For 2023, I already have 7 finishes and 1 UFO, which is an unfinished object, which I have decided that like I'm picking it out and everything because I don't think I'm gonna finish it. So I think like there's going to be a difference between my last one and this one. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll still probably film it anyway, even if no one's interested. Because then I feel like I kind of like to watch WIP parades when I want a longer stitchy session, and so I am watching people's end of year WIP parades now even, or like listening to them talk about their projects. So anyway, I digress. That's all for today. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm getting hungry, so I need to go make some lunch. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like the video. Leave me a comment if you want. I've been trying to do better about getting back to comments. Or at least hearting them, just so that you know that I saw it. Because sometimes I think about answering comments and it doesn't end up working out for me. Because I also forget about them. So just let me, yeah. And I think that is it for, yeah, that's it for today. I hope you remember that someone always needs you, and I will see you next time.